Ooh, I messed up my chat box. Nice. I tried to just move it. All right. Sorry. Here, we'll just do this. There. That seems kind of fine. Although I imagine that's going to get... Hold on. Oh, I know. Control. Control. Nope. Not control. Alt. There it is. That's what I want. Sweet. All right. Hey. Hi. We're back. How's it going? It's been a couple weeks. After the last stream, I got sick. So I missed a week. Yeah, so that was fun. It was the big C, unfortunately, but luckily it was a very small, it was the baby strain. So, just goes to show you, even if you're very careful, you can still catch it. So, but, we were lucky. It was a very, very, very light version of it. And let me go ahead and turn, okay there. And oops, we'll get some TaleSpire music. We're gonna start out today. We're not gonna start in TaleSpire, but we are gonna have the TaleSpire music just for ambiance. We're gonna be building some homebrew stuff in D&D Beyond. So let me go ahead and see if I can figure out how I have this. Okay, TaleSpire hide and browser show. There it is. All right. Cool beans. All right. Chat box. I'm going to move the chat box. Oop. Chat box is in the way. It's probably all the way near the top. There it is. Moving you over here. For now. Until I find a better place for you. All right. Cool. We're going. We're doing this. So, this is my homebrew subclass for the wizard for Dungeons and Dragons 5e. For some reason, they don't have a witch in 5e, so I figured I would take it upon myself to make it. I'm sure many other people, and I haven't looked at them, but I've seen that there are versions of the witch that people have made homebrew for 5e. I haven't looked in depth at all at them because I was afraid I would, like, oh, that's cool, I'll take that. Oh, that's cool, I'll take that. I wanted it to be completely out of my head. But I used an existing class as a framework, just to try and keep it from being OP, that kind of thing. So I took basically the Order of Scribes subclass for the wizard and kind of reskinned it and added a couple flavor things that hopefully aren't too broken. And maybe that aren't too esoteric as far as D&D, because there are some things in 5e that were part of D&D for a long time, and they worked a certain way. And the one I'm thinking of is potions, because one of the features of the witch subclass that I did is that they can brew potions quickly, without taking a lot of time or taking a lot of money. Or any money. Well, it's probably a little bit of money, but quickly. So, with that in mind, the witch is basically a wizard. So you start out level 1. Oh, I'm a wizard. Yeah, I can cast some spells, but I haven't reached my potential, yet. Level 2, you start to get the cool stuff. So, level 2, you get Encoded Cauldron. So instead of a spell book, you inscribe or paint or whatever all of your spells onto a cauldron that you have with you at all times. And basically that is now your spell book. Your cauldron is now your spell book. You study your spells from your cauldron, all that fun stuff. And it's the runes shift and make room for more spells and stuff. It's magic, who cares? But that's basically the thing. So that happens at level 2. You also gain the Find Familiar spell if you don't already have it, and you get it automatically on your cauldron. It always is prepared. It doesn't count toward your spells per day. So basically you just always have Find Familiar locked and loaded, as long as you carry your cauldron. And when you cast the spell, you can choose some of the cool familiars like the Tressum, the Imp, the Quasit, or the Sprite. So that's kind of cool. You also get the following benefits when you carry your cauldron. You can use it as a spellcasting focus. So if you don't need to use material components under a certain price thing. I think it's under a gold piece or under 10 gold or something like that. Or under a gold. I think it's under a gold. So like spells that have material components that are like a ball of wax and, you know, a piece of string. That you don't need that. You can just use your cauldron. That kind of thing. Or you don't need your spell component pouch. You can just use your cauldron. That kind of thing. And the other thing you get, and this I did pull basically right from Order of Scribes, is when you cast a wizard spell with a spell slot, so not cantrips, and it levels 1 through 9, you can temporarily replace its damage type with a type that appears in another spell on your cauldron, which magically alters the spell's formula for that casting only. The latter spell must be of the same level as the spell slot you expend. So you don't have to have the spell prepared, both spells. So say you want to cast Fireball, you know, but you don't want it to be fire. So let's see, what other, now I have to do research. What other spells are I was looking at witch images. See, I got a witch. We're doing witches. Let's see, what is another, oh my god, my internet. Oh, there we go. We'll say game rules, spells, wizard spells. Okay, so by level, first, third level. What do we got? Okay, what else do we have here? You got Fireball. What is another one that does damage? Oh, Lightning Bolt. Perfect. Say you want to do a Lightning Ball. That's a perfect example. Or a Firebolt. You can just do a jet of fire instead of a Lightning Bolt. Instead of a bolt of lightning, it's a bolt of fire that fires a line through a bunch of targets. Or a ball of lightning that hits a bunch of people. Or, melts minute meteors. That's kind of cool. That one does fire, though. Life transference. You could do a ball of necrotic energy or a bolt of necrotic energy. That's kind of cool. And that's all just at third level. Wow, there are a lot of third level spells. So yeah, cool beans. That's pretty neat. That's one that I took straight from the Order of Scribes because I thought it was cool. And, you know, there's not much else going on at this level. It might change because I do have other ideas that I need to find space for. But that's that feature. And then when you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, which usually adds 10 minutes to the casting time and doesn't count as one of your spell castings per day, you can do it for its normal casting time instead of adding the 10 minutes. That I also pulled from Order of Scribes. Once you use this benefit, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. So yeah, that's all kind of Order of Scribes thing. And then if necessary, basically Order of Scribes, you get a quill and you can make scrolls really quick with it. So I figured it was a very, very neat and very parallel kind of path. It's like you can either do scrolls or you can do potions. And, you know, it seemed a very easy reskin. And this is just, you know, a straight, you know, oh, instead of this, it's this. Instead of this, it's this. And one of this thing, and there's the one in the middle, the damage type, that's straight up, that's straight up the same. That's the same ability. I like it. I think it's neat. We might change it. I don't know. But for now, I think it's okay. But then if necessary, you can replace the cauldron over the course of a short rest by using a special ritual. At the end of the ritual, your cauldron is replaced, along with all of its spells. If the previous cauldron still existed somewhere, all the spells vanish from its surface. So, there you go. So the cauldron is still somewhere. If it didn't get destroyed, if someone took it, you can just be like, oh, well. You just do this ritual, get the cauldron back, and get a new cauldron with your spells on it. And that one's called Encoded Cauldron. That's the level 2 feature. You also get a level 2 Bubble Double. Sounds like chewing gum. Bubble Double, Toil and Trouble, that kind of thing. During a short rest, or during any rest, you can magically create a small campfire in an unoccupied space within 10 feet, with your cauldron perched on the fire, full of water, ready to brew. The campfire and cauldron act as a fully functional alchemist supplies, for the purposes of mundane crafting. Anyone may use your cauldron as alchemist supplies. This way, you are considered proficient when using your with your cauldron when using it as alchemist supplies. So alchemist supplies, they don't give any of the toolkits. This is what I don't like about 5th edition. One of the things I don't like about 5th edition. For all the professional toolkits like brewer's kit, tinker's tools. Sorry for our Irish, any Irish viewers. Anyway, the tinker's tools, what are the leatherworking tools? Any of those, healer's kit, anything like that. They don't give a good description. They all have the same description. These special tools include the items needed to pursue a craft or trade. Proficiency with a set of artisan tools lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability check you make using the tools in your craft. Each type of artisan tools requires a separate proficiency. Why did they put that blanket? Give a specific description for each tool. I mean, I don't want you to hold my hand, but at least give like things, suggest things you can do with it. I mean, sure, it's straightforward a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, I digress. And another thing you gain is during a rest, you may use your cauldron to brew a number of common potions equal to your proficiency modifier, provided that you know the requisite spell and have purchased or forged the proper reagents at the DM's discretion. These potions must be used within 24 hours, after which they lose their magic and become colored water. They're basically just water. So a little potion vial. It's not like a... You think a potion vial, oh, this big thing. No, it's a vial. These are potions. At least in my mind. These are potions, so it's a little bit of colored water. It literally will have zero impact on the game. It's like, oh, I have all this colored water I can do. Yeah, you can... All right. You can't do much. So that's what I was thinking when I was trying to think of what it becomes. Say it becomes water. It becomes colored water. So it looks like a potion, but it's definitely not magical. So any discerning person that would like to purchase a potion from you, see that now I'm thinking, how are they going to break this? It's like, oh, it still looks like a potion. I can still try to sell it to this person and tell them it's a potion. Yeah, sure, go for it. But you better not be in the area when they find out it's not what it says it is, not what you said it is. So the campfire disappears if you create another one, if you die, or if you dismiss it as a bonus action. Otherwise, it functions like a normal campfire. So your allies can cook food on it, all that fun stuff. It's, it's a campfire. It's also very handy when traveling. It's like, oh, we need to make camp. Boom, camp, done. Let's see. Fearsome Familiar. So this is a level 6 feature. You form a stronger bond with your familiar, allowing it to be more mobile, attack in combat, and withstand more damage. So the way familiars work, let me open this in a new tab. There are some classes that get special things with familiars. The Warlock, namely. I think that might be it. I know the Warlock gets some cool stuff, because I actually pulled some stuff from Warlock for the Witch. But yeah. So find familiar. Your familiar acts independently of you, but always obeys your commands. In combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn. A familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as normal. So we looked at this last time I streamed, because we made the living minor illusion familiar monster. Familiars don't attack in combat, but basically they can deliver your touch spells. That is one thing that I think they can do. I think it's basically... When you cast a spell with range of touch, your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had cast the spell. Your familiar must be within 100 feet of you, and it must use its reaction to deliver the spell when you cast it. If the spell requires an attack roll, you use your attack modifier for the roll. So that's basically the way familiars can attack, is they deliver your touch spells. So like if you have, for example, Vampire Touch, and you want to cast it on someone who's further away, you just send your familiar over there and they latch on and you cast Vampire Touch and boom, they take some damage, you get some hit points back. Fun. Vampire Touch, fun. Because Vampire Touch is range touch. And that makes it a little dicey for the squishy spellcaster to get in, wade into combat and start touching people. I mean, sure, you get back some hit points, but you're probably going to lose more in the process. of getting within range. So this is that's one of the great things about the familiar. And that's basically, hey, Samurai A, what's up? Long time no see. We're here. We're doing some homebrew stuff in D&D. Yes, that's the basic thing of the familiar. Let's see here. But with Fearsome Familiar, you get additional stuff. So when you cast Find Familiar, finally got a desk, no more wooden stool. Nice. Excellent. When you cast Find Familiar, you infuse the summoned familiar with a measure of your Wiccan power, granting the creature the following benefits. So this I pulled straight from the Warlock Master Chain of the Master of the Chain class feature invocation. The familiar gains either a flying speed or swimming speed, your choice, of 40 feet. As a bonus action, you can command the familiar to make the attack action. So that's a big thing. Now your familiar can use its attack in combat. But you have to spend your bonus action to have it make its attack. So basically, you command it as a bonus action, and I think it spends its reaction to do it. I should probably note that on there. The familiar's weapon attacks are considered magical for the purposes of overcoming immunity and resistance to non-magical attacks. You can communicate telepathically with your familiar and perceive through your familiar's senses as long as you're on the same plane of existence. Additionally, while perceiving through your familiar's senses, you can also speak through your familiar in your own voice, even if your familiar is normally incapable of speech. So that's pretty cool. Actual legroom, also familiars are friends, not trap food. That's true. Very true. If the familiar forces a creature to make a saving throw, it uses your spell save DC. That's actually pretty big. Because, let me open a new thing here. What we did last time, we made Living Minor Illusion, and we were looking at the spell save DCs for familiars, and let's see, homebrew creations, and my massive list of stuff here. It's somewhere in the middle under L. Familiars no longer getting one shot by spells. Yeah. So this is what we're doing. We're doing a subclass for the wizard called the Witch. We're just doing a witch subclass. And I've worked on it a little bit already, and we're just kind of ironing out some stuff. So this is what we did last time. We did Living Minor Illusion. So it has, it has the Magical Strike, which is basically kind of like a daze attack. A +5 to hit, range 15 feet, a d4 +3 psychic damage, and the target must make a DC 13 intelligence saving throw, or only take a bonus move or standard action during its next turn. So instead of being DC 13, it would be whatever your spell save DC is, which is pretty good. It turns this into a much more formidable thing. And it has advantage. Well, actually, no. It has advantage on the attack roll if it's invisible, because it also has invisibility. Cool. So, let's see. Oop. When the familiar takes damage, you can use a reaction to grant it resistance to that damage. That's pretty cool. So that's basically all from the Warlock. It's from a couple different features of the Warlock. I took two and I put them both in this, because it's basically, you could either take the path of the Warlock and, choose to take the invocation, choose with Pact of the Chain. I think that's what this last one is, the telepathic communication and talking through it. That's what Pact of the Chain gives you. And then Chain Master, the invocation, gives you the top three features. I just basically took all that, put it into one thing, and you get it at 6th level as a witch. Which I think it basically, it functions the way I want. I wanted the witch to have two things. I wanted to be good at brewing potions, and great with a familiar, really good with familiars. You have just an excellent familiar. So level 10, which I think I'm going to add more stuff to. Potent Potables, the level 10 witch feature. When you finish a long rest, you can create one rare potion using your cauldron. The DM, do brooms count as wands for the class? No. Basically, what I want to do, and I'll get into that. I'll touch on that in a bit. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can create one rare potion using your cauldron. The DM might rule that you need a recipe, ingredients, and know certain spells to accomplish this, or simply pay 10% of the market value of the potion you wish to brew. So, yeah, it's all up to, you can do whatever you want. You're as a DM. It's like, oh no, you need to like know stuff, or yeah, just pay 10%. It depends on how granular you want to get. Right? It's like, oh, you gotta like research and stuff. It's like, no, we're not gonna get into that. We're just doing a one shot. Just pay 10%. Extra credit if you use frog. Yes, frog's breath for potions. Absolutely. Yeah, that allows you to kind of get into the role play more. It's however you want to play it. It's if you wanna get into it, like get into it. It's like, oh, I gotta find the right spell. I gotta find the right ingredients. All this fun stuff. Or I don't want to get into that. I just want to pay 10% and just do it. Yeah, it goes without saying, but you have to say it, right? Additionally, during a rest, you may also brew a number of uncommon potions equal to half your proficiency modifier rounded down. So now you can also make uncommon potions. Likewise, they only last for 24 hours, after which they become colored water. I have to add that back in here. And finally, the duration of the effects of potions you brew using your cauldron are doubled. Potions with instantaneous effects are unaffected. So, like invisibility, that would normally have a duration of X, or until you act or whatever, and now is X2. That kind of thing. Or potion of heroism, which normally has a duration of X. It's now X times 2. It's kind of cool, I thought. And One with the Word is an actual Order of Scribes feature that we are going to overwrite with a witch ability. So using gold for potions is Wi-Fi witch financial. Yes. Exactly. Okay, so I have some things I want to add in, because I thought of these actually last night. So I have to, I know what I'm going to do for the level 14 thing. It's going to be more familiar, familiar bonus stuff. Like your familiar gets even stronger. But I have some things with the cauldron that I want to fit in with add potent potables. And I think we can do it. So for potent potables, I want to add the following things, which I think are kind of neat. I want to add to the cauldron at level 10, Leomund's Secure Shelter, Leomund's Secure Shelter. I think that's what I'm thinking of. If you're a weeb or for Soup Eater, does the familiar turn into a person? Oh, Soul Eater. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Leomund. Well, not Leonmund. Leomund's Secure. Oh. Let's try Leomund's Shelter. There we go. Well, maybe not. Ugh. Is that even a thing anymore? Let's just look up Leomund. Okay, Leomund's. Tiny hut, secret. Leomund's tiny hut is not what I thought it is. There's a cat with a lot of magic power, and it can turn into a witch. No, it's not a witch. It's a cat. Okay. What am I thinking of? Am I just thinking of Secure Shelter? Okay. We'll look up Secure. Spells? Private Sanctum. Is that it? Oh, it's 4th level. I think so. You make an area of magic range. The area is cube that can be seen as 5 feet to as large as 100 feet on each side. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. I think, oh man, because Tiny Hut in past editions used to literally be a tiny hut. Maybe we're gonna have to get a little. We're gonna have to bend it a bit to get it to fit what we want. Because yeah, Tiny Hut is 3rd level. Huh. Wait, it's not a hut anymore. Yeah, it's just a dome. Where is it? There it is. So Liamon's tiny hut, or tiny hut, whatever you want to call it, a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. The spell ends if you leave its area. So it's just a dome. It's just a dome that's camouflaged, so people from the outside who look at it don't really notice it. It looks like a part of the surrounding terrain. Nine creatures medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. All of the creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside, of any color you choose, but it's transparent from the inside. It's what the kids say, you don't see us and you can't get in here. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can make it look, it's opaque, so you can make it just look like a black dome, or you can make it look, make it look like it fits into the surrounding terrain. At least that's how I rule it in my game. So, oh my god, I thought there was a spell that actually conjured a hut. But I might be... Is it Private Sanctum? Maybe it is Private Sanctum. Barrier... it's just a cube. Permanent, yada yada. Barrier warded appears dark, foggy, preventing vision. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the... Okay. Huh. I can just say you summon a hut. You create a hut that functions like a Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum, and say that it's 25, well, I don't know, however many square feet. Turn it bright pink and do the psychological warfare with the enemy. It's like, why is there a big pink dome there? I got Big Steve. Big Steve is back. For those who were here last time, Big Steve is back, full of black tea and honey. So yeah, I think that's probably how it's gonna have to work. Don't worry, the enemies. Oh, don't worry, the enemy's colorblind. They can't see. That's exactly. Yeah, Private Sanctum. Yeah, I guess that's. And that's what? Conjuration? Abjuration. Interesting. Huh. Summon... Cloud kill. That's not what colorblindness is. How is the same green I don't see is the same green you do? Yeah, that's weird. Tigers are colorblind? They don't see orange. They see... Or what is it? It's tigers and their prey. They typically prey on don't see orange. They see oranges as greens. So when tigers are hiding in the tall grass, they see green, or they just look like green. So to tigers' prey, they look they look green. It's so weird. Create spell. What is this spell? Create spell jamming helm. Interesting. All right. Well, I don't have that one, so. They have yellow and blue cones. We have red, green, blue. Oh, nice. Red, green, blue. Let's see. Innervation, Gesh, hold monster. Geese. No, it's Gesh. Found that out. I don't remember when I found that out, but that's Gesh. It's Celtic. Planar binding, rare, telepathic, scrying, seeming. Summon Draconic. What is summon Draconic something? What is this? Draconic Spirit. Ooh. Interesting. Piatol Shrimp have clears throat. 16 cones. Whoa. Pistol Shrimp. Oh. Nice. Transmute Wall of Force. Arcane Gate. Chain Lightning. Yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna just be Mordenkainen's private sanctum, but it appears as a hut. Because that's kind of what we want. Or we can have it as what level? Wait, what level are we trying to shoehorn this in on? Level 10. So yeah, it would be private sanctum. It would be private sanctum. Okay. So I guess it's once per long rest you can conjure forth a tiny hut in an unoccupied space. What would it be? 15 by 15. You can have the tent come out of the ground. Yeah. Either a tent, yeah, however you want to do it. It could be a yurt, it could be a hut, it could be a whatever your character's flavor is. Primitive witch hut, exactly. But yeah, just have it appear in an basically 15 by 15. So it's a mini, it's a mini private sanctum. Because that, oh no, I guess it's, yeah, it's on the smaller side, but it can go, private sanctum can go as small as 5 feet. Spell lasts for the duration, which is 24 hours. Interesting. We can probably tell it that, put a special duration on that lasts for 8 hours. Because the casting time is going to be 1 action. And it's going to have a set size. Otherwise, it functions exactly like private sanctum. Sound can't pass through the barrier at the edge of the warded area. The barrier of the warded area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision through it. So when you try to look in like the window or whatever, or through the door, and you're not the witch who cast this or one of the allies, it looks foggy. Creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination spells. Nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area, and planar travel is blocked within the warded area. I could probably put a caveat that second to last one does not apply to your familiar or you. I think that would probably be okay. Like you and your familiar can teleport in here, fine, but nothing else can. I think that would be fine. And a neat little thing. Like, normal wizards, they get, your basic beach private sanctum, but the witch, they get a special one. They don't get to affect its size, but they do get to get a couple other tiny little perks. All right. I like that. That sounds pretty cool. So we want to add that in here. Whenever you finish your potion, you gain the ability to, while you carry your cauldron, when you create your campfire, you can choose to create a 15 by 15 or 20 by 20. 20 by 20 sounds pretty good. Like the hut and witch from Brave. Yes, exactly. That's actually, I keep kind of going there now and then. It's like that was actually a really cool witch with all the wood carvings and stuff. If the witch is Italian, all vampires within the hut start taking damage from garlic. Sure, you could have that. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, we want to throw the private sanctum in there. And another thing I wanted to add, which I think I can fit here, is that you can, as an action, cause your cauldron to grow in size so that it is large. So 10 foot by 10 foot. And it gains a fly speed of 30 feet, and you can ride it. So instead of riding a broom, you can hop on your cauldron or in your cauldron and fly around, kind of like Baba Yaga flies around on her mortar and pestle, or her mortar. Talk about bath bomber. Exactly. And another thing I wanted to add to the encoded cauldron is with the Find Familiar, you don't have to expend material components for it. You can cast it just using your cauldron. So you basically just pull your cauldron, your familiar, out of your cauldron. You just poop, there's my familiar. You still have to take the time, but you don't have to spend the money. Basically, it's like, oh, yeah, there, got him, got my familiar. And I don't know if I'm going to add this to Fearsome Familiar. Now there's a lot under Fearsome Familiar. I think I have a couple other things I want to add for the familiars, but I think that's going to be our level 14 feature. And I think I want to call it something that has to do with the bond between the witch and the familiar. So something Bond or something. James Bond. The exact opposite of losing a sock in the wash or pull a cat out of the cauldron. Exactly. So the features I want to add for the 14th level thing are the ability to cast Find Familiar as a bonus action without using material components once per short rest. I think that's fine. So just boom, there's my familiar. That actually be pretty cool. Also, and this might be getting too granular and too weird, but I want to allow the option at the 14th level, when you summon your familiar, instead of just summoning a tiny, the regular tiny size version, you can choose to summon either a small, medium, or large version of your collection of the coven. Maybe. But yeah, summon either either the tiny version or small, medium, or large version of your familiar. And it would basically gain increased damage dice. And I know where to find that because I'm a dungeon master. So, so building a monster, I believe, is in the back here somewhere. Let's see here. Saving throws, difficulty class, special travel pace, attack rolls. Is this building a monster? Running the game. Nope. That's not it. Bear with me. No, that's running the game. Dungeon Master's Workshop. You know what? Here, let's do this here, just so everyone can see. Why would I do it this way when I have the Dungeon Master's Guide on D&D Beyond? So where is it? Sources. Dungeon Master's Guide. Alright, Chapter 9, Dungeon Master's Workshop. And creating a monster. Modifying... Oh, creating quick monster stats. Here we go. Oh, wait. Creating quick monster stats. I know there's a size thing. Where's that? That's by CR. I don't want that. I just want... Oh, I think it's hit dice. That's what the thing is I'm looking at. Name, size. Okay. Calculate hit points in step 8. Size also determines how much space the monster occupies. Right. So large is 10 foot by 10 foot. Increased HP. Yes, it would have your hit points. Your hit point maximum. Let's see. Huh. Oh, wait, here we go. Damage. If you want damage out of slightly... Oh, for some... Oh, wait. Oh, this is just going to take me to the same thing every time. I don't know why I thought there was a damage dice by size chart. Oh, man. This is just hit dice. And it would use basically your spell attack bonus for its attacks. But I don't... Monster by 10, change stat block. No. Type. Yeah. Ability scores, modifiers. Yeah. Am I thinking of the the DM screen? Maybe not. Huh. Monsters and NPC stat blocks. Hit points, armor class, attack bonus, damage. That's a +4, so 6. Maybe. Let's see. Damage output by round. Base damage on the weapon. I just want damage by size. Let's see. Save DCs, yada yada. Speed, saving throws, final challenge rating, skill bonuses, condition immunity senses, language, monster features. Don't need any of that. They already have a bunch of stuff. NPC stat blocks. Yeah. Well, I thought they had like a damage dice by size kind of thing. So tiny. Let's take for example. Let's look at the hawk. It's a tiny familiar. It does 1 point of damage. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, 1 slashing damage with its attack. So, if we want to make that better and basically just a blanket thing, we can just say by size, if you make it small, the damage dice is a D6. If it's medium, it's a D8. If it's large, it's a D10. Yeah, D4 minus 1 hit points. Yeah. Yeah. The average is 2, but minus 1 is 1. Yes. I never roll hit points for monsters. It's either their average or max. I either max it out or I average it. It depends on the play group. If I'm running the game for a bunch of really with it players who are all about tactics and that damage output, then I max out the hit points. If it's just, casual players who are there to have fun and not worry about tactics, then I just do the average. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do. I would have liked to have been like, just see this chart in the Dungeon Master's Guide to determine your familiar's damage, but I guess we're gonna have to describe it. We're gonna have to write it out, which is fine. All right, so that's a possibility. That's one idea I had for that. And then the final one is shielding familiar. It's once per short rest. As a reaction, you can teleport your familiar 60 feet to a space adjacent to you. So it has to be within 60 feet of you. And effectively, you cast the shield spell. You gain a +6 bonus to your armor class for the next attack until the start of your next turn, basically. Or +5. It's 5, right, for a shield? Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. It works just like the shield spell. But once per short rest, you get a free shield spell. If large as your character, max HP wouldn't be medium, be 1/2 max HP. Large as your character's max. Oh, no, the hit points won't vary. The hit points are going to stay the same. The hit dice, or the attack dice, the attack damage dice, those are gonna change. So the hit points, no matter what size you make it, it's always going to be your hit point, your maximum hit points. But the size is going to affect. The size is going to affect its damage output. And as a bonus, like if you make it large, you could ride it. So say you have a Tressum, right? You chose a Tressum as your familiar, and you chose to make it large. You now have a fucking winged lion, essentially. That's basically what you're summoning, right? At the different sizes, you have the Tressum at tiny, then you have a winged bobcat. Tressum, let me see. Open in new tab. Tressum. It is a winged cat. It is a Forgotten Realms creature. but it can be a familiar. So basically, at base level, you have the Tressum, which is a tiny winged cat. Then small, say you choose, if you're using this feature and you summon a small version, it's a bobcat with wings. You know, it has an attack. It's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of. Medium, it's like a puma. It's a freaking puma with wings, or a mountain lion. And then at large, it is a lion with wings. And that you could potentially ride, you know? I mean, it gets kind of cool. You get some really neat stuff with it. And so you choose the imp, right? Imp gets a lot more impressive once you make it large. Tigers are, oh yeah, winged tiger. You can do a winged tiger. That works too. Either way, a winged panther, however you want to do it. There can be a large panther. It doesn't matter. It's up to the imagination. It's all aesthetic after that point. Mechanics all work the same. But yeah, the only thing is it would have your spell attack for its attack modifier. It would have your hit points, and it would be its damage dice for its attacks would be a different dice. It would be D10s if it was large, D8s if it's medium, D6s if it's small, that kind of thing. So yeah, otherwise it would keep all of its stuff. So instead of the claw attack on the Tressum being a +0, it would be your spell attack modifier and, you know, a D10 slashing damage. I should probably also add your ability modifier to damage. So yeah, +0 too. Yeah, so that would actually be your spell attack, whatever it would be at level, 14, 15? 14, right? The one we're looking at? Yeah. Which is, you know, pretty good. At 14, it should be, 11-ish? Somewhere around there? 11 or 12? Which is pretty good. So +11 to hit, a D10 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, so usually 5. If you're playing the game, right, it's your intelligence modifier, which at that point is probably, at the very least 4, but hopefully 5. So it's a D10 plus 5 damage, and it counts as a magical attack because of your other familiar features. So yeah, and basically it would have its own, you don't have to spend the bonus action to get it to attack. So it would function like Find Familiar, it would roll its own initiative, all that fun stuff, and it would have its own attack. So it basically functions autonomous from you. You don't have to spend your bonus action to have it attack. It can just go, right? So that's kind of cool. I mean, the Tressum's kind of basic. It's just you have a claw attack. Great. It's a pretty decent claw attack, and it'll have some hit points and, you know, a couple other detect invisibility. That can be good in certain situations. It's like, oh no, the evil wizard's turned invisible. He's trying to get away. All right, turn the Tressum into a winged lion and send him after him. That'd be cool. So another thing, whenever you cast Find Familiar, you can choose different forms, right? You're not stuck with one form. That's the thing that's sort of unspoken, and I don't think there's really the need to speak it in the class, because it says it in the spell. Find Familiar, you can choose the form when you cast the spell. It's not, your familiar is not stuck as X, whatever, a Tressum, for the entire campaign. You can choose different forms for it. And this got me thinking down the road. How close is this going to come to Pokemon? You essentially have a cauldron in which you keep your familiar, and you go out in the world, and if you encounter another tiny creature that could be a familiar, your familiar has to defeat it so that it can then become it when you cast it next time. I changed spots on its chest for different bow ties. Nice. So basically, you're carrying around a cauldron that has a familiar in it, and then you fire it out to fight. If you find in the wild another creature that can be a familiar, I mean, it's not. I mean, some things are like simple, like the frog. I'm saying like there's the base ones from Find Familiar. Hold on, where is Find Familiar? I'm gonna have to open it in its own thing. Open a new tab. So there's the base ones, which I think everyone gets as a given, right? You don't have to fight these things. These things are right. So like the bat, the crab, cat, crab, frog, or toad, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poisonous snake, a fish, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, weasel. Those are all like the basics. You don't need to fight those to get them. I'm talking about the cool ones that this allows you. So you get 4 to start, right? You can choose, or actually no, you get 1 to start. Whatever one you choose, that's the one that you can turn it into. You can't, or maybe, yeah, I mean, I guess you can. Yeah, never mind. So you get these 4. You can choose any of these 4 anytime you cast a spell. Honey badger, exactly. You don't give a fuck. So yeah, you can choose any one of these 4 anytime you cast it. But I mean, there are other, like there's the gazer, which is a mini beholder that you can fight, and then the living cantrips that we made last time. If you end up finding some of those, you can fight those, and then you gain the ability to make your familiar one of those. So that's kind of I thought that was kind of neat. And I don't need to write it into this. I don't think. I don't think that needs to be spoken. That's just something that you can choose, because I don't want it to be that, right? I don't want the class to be that. It's like, oh, it's just Pokemon. It's like, but that is a cool avenue that you can take with it, right? You can be like, oh yeah, you know that there are other creatures out there that like a pseudo dragon. Like, okay, my Tressum's gonna fight this pseudo dragon, and see if it wins on its own. On its own, you can't help it. Your allies can't help it either. Then you gain the ability to summon it as a pseudo dragon. That's kind of neat. So where was I? Trying to fit these things in. All right, so we have the 2 features that we want to fit into Potent Potables, and that's the private sanctum, the hut that's a private sanctum. Or maybe we want to make it like Tiny Hut. Do we want it to I think if we make it function like Tiny Hut, is that better or worse? It's definitely more flavor, because it's a hut, and if we make it like Lehman's Tiny Hut, then yeah. But if we make it like Private Sanctum, there's a bunch of other stuff. If we make it like Tiny Hut, you can't leave while it's up. I think that's fine. And it's just a little bigger, right? And it's got, some furniture in it. It's got a stove, or fireplace. It's got a fireplace. It's got a hearth. It's got a where you can put your cauldron. It's got 2 bunk beds, right? A table with 2 chairs, and that's a cabinet where you can keep some things. If you put things in there, when you dismiss the hut, they fall to the ground. That kind of thing. You can't keep things in your hut. It's got everything a millennial wants in this economy. Exactly. So I think maybe Tiny Hut is better, even though it's a little underpowered as a 3rd level spell. You get 3rd level spells at 5th level, right? So at level 10, it's kind of like, but the ability to cast it without, as an action, without, expending a spell slot or taking the time to cast it as a ritual, that's pretty good. I think it's decent. We're trying to pack so much into this level 10 thing. I think it's fine. I think it's better if we go with a level 3 thing than a level 4 thing. That makes it a little less OP, And it's like during a rest, or once per short rest. We'll say that. You can, as an action, summon forth a... let me get the edit mode here. Boop. You can summon forth You can conjure forth a Leomund's tiny hut, or a small hut. What do we say? 20 by 20? Yeah. A 20-foot by 20-foot hut that functioned like Leomund's tiny hut. It includes a hearth, 2 bunk beds, so 4 spaces for 4 people to sleep, a table and chairs, and yeah, a table and chairs and a cabinet. Let's see. Where are we going to put this? It is in Potent Potabas. Alright, so I don't know if you guys have ever worked on subclasses before, but they're a little more involved than just making magic items or monsters. It gets real... It's like an onion. Like they have levels that you have to go through to make sure everything's working the right way. And it can get kind of daunting, at least to me. Okay. Let's do... Alright, so we're going to just add this to the main description, because you have the snippet, which is just, you know, a basic summary of what happens at that level. So it's like a mouse over kind of thing that pops up, I think. And then the actual description. I just have them as the same thing. It's exactly, like, literally the same thing in both. And then when you get to actions down here, like if one of the features requires an action, you have to put it down here so it shows up in the character sheet under the actions that you can take on your action part of your character sheet. And you have to restate the description and the snippet from the core ability in the action ability under the action description. So that you have to make sure that you have this like 100%. Otherwise, any edits you do here, you then have to copy and paste into each action, into snippet and description for every action. So I was doing this on my phone yesterday, trying to get it, and it was taking forever. But I was on a roll, so I you know, yes, it's very tedious. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do as an action once per short long rest. Once per long rest, you may conjure a small hut, 20 foot by 20 foot hut. I just thought of something adorable. Uh-oh, what? 20 foot by 20 foot. Oops. 20 foot by 20 foot hut. Fire genasi with a cat, familiar cat sleeping on owner to keep warm. Nice. Yeah. Absolutely. Cats would love a fire genasi. Owner. 20 between, whoops, hut that, whoa, functions like, all right, here we get into some small coding. Spell Leomund's tiny hut, and then end spell. Whoops, wrong brackets. End spell. There we go. Except that it can fit up to, it says 9 for tiny hut, so we'll say up to 12 medium sized creatures, or 1 large creature and 4 medium creatures. Okay. Maybe we should say, except for the following, because we're going to have a long list. Well, not a long list of stuff, but a list of stuff. Let's see. For the following. And then colon, semicolon, colon, semicolon, colon. Okay. And then we can hard return. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Okay, and these, I want to put bullet points, but all right. Let's see. The hut can fit up to 12 medium-sized creatures, 1 large creature, and 4 medium-sized creatures. Oh, here we go. 12 medium-sized or smaller. Just to keep it simple. Well, actually, how does Tiny Hut say it? Let me see. Game rules. Wizard spell. And then I wait for my internet. There we go. Ooh, we got to go on break here in a second. Let's see. We'll take a look at Lehman's Tiny Hut real quick. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. Okay. Alright. It's or smaller. Got it. So, this, whoop, nope. There we go. 12 medium-sized or smaller creatures. Whoop. I'm fat fingering my keyboard here. Creatures. 1 large creature and 4 medium or smaller creatures. Or maybe we'll just do those 2. You can fit one large creature in, and then however many. Yeah, I think that's fine. We don't need to get too. We don't need to go down that road. You get 2 options. You get a bunch of medium or smaller creatures, or 1 large and 4 of any other size. Smaller sizes. not gargantuan. Again, a large and a gargantuan. Sure. No. Okay. There we go. From the outside, the hut appears like a small structure of your choosing. Small, modest. Structure? Did I misspelled structure? I guess I did. Small, modest structure of your choosing. Okay. So, hut, yurt, a tree, a tree where you're like kind of living up under its roots, that kind of thing. As long as it fits in a 20-foot square. Okay. Okay. What else? I think that was that it? Let me see. Oh, did we? Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, yeah, the furnishings, right. So, the hut, the hut contains a hearth, whoops, 2 bunks, a table and chairs. And either a cabinet or chest for storage. Otherwise, it functions exactly like Leomund's tiny hut. Well, we said that at the beginning, so we don't need to restate that. All right, so if I select this and hit bullet point, will it bullet point it? Let me see. Nope. I have to do the hard return. Boop, boop. There we go. Whoops. There we go. And do. All right, so now when I select them, it should bullet point them. Boom. Hey, there we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. So as an action, once per long rest, you may conjure a 20-foot by 20-foot hut that functions like Leomund's tiny hut, except for the following. The hut can fit up to 12 medium-sized or smaller creatures, or 1 large creature and 4 medium or smaller creatures. From the outside, the hut appears as a small, modest structure of your choosing. And the hut contains a hearth, 2 bunks, a table and chairs, and either a cabinet or chest for storage. There you go. Yeah, and I guess people looking from the outside, like through the door or window, any window, well, you know, so the architecture is completely up to you, right? So if it has windows, fine. If it has a door, fine, or doorway, no, but no actual door in it, fine. However you want to do it, but people on the outside looking in cannot see you, so that still functions, and that is a function of the spell, Leomund's tiny hut. So we don't need to state that is a function of Leomund's tiny hut. That's fine. And if you leave the hut, it disappears. I do need to put this for storage. When the hut disappears for any reason. Diapers? When the hut diapers. Disappears for any reason. Nice. Any stored items appear in its space. Stored items appear on the ground. Whoop. On the ground. In its space. Okay, cool. So you can't like store something and then dismiss the hut and then they, you know, go with the hut. I mean, that would be neat. That would be very cool. But it might be too strong. Is it too strong? I think it's actually kind of cool though. Do we want to have it so that if you put something in the cabinet or the chest that you create with this, but we don't want people deleting bodies exactly. That is true. All right, yeah, that's a safety valve. I think we gotta put on this. It's like, oh, yeah. So yeah, I mean, with Leomund's tiny hut, creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. That's actually really cool. That's actually a nice feature for actually a small hut. It's like in the middle of the freaking tundra. It's like, boom, tiny hut. I'm warm now. Ha. Yeah, until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside. I mean, you can't see into the, you can't see through the window into the inside. People. You can see that there's a hearth or, a table and chairs, but you don't see the people that are in it. Okay. Yeah. I think that's probably okay there. All right. So that is that feature. The Lehman's Tiny Hut. Cool. All right. The other thing, we're going to take our break, and we'll be back with the rest of this. But we have to add the Flying Cauldron to this portion, and we also have to go into actions of this and tell it that as an action, you can do this, and that it resets, recharges after a long rest. Lots of stuff to do. All right, we'll be right back. Let me see. Let me get this music back on. There we are. All right. So, I added a couple things during the break. Small things. So I specified that you have to use your cauldron to conjure the hut. I added that it remains for 8 hours, but disappears if you leave it, if you die, if you lose your cauldron for any reason, or if you dismiss it as a bonus action. Those are the only two things I added. Otherwise, it is the same. So, that's that bit. We want to add also. I gotta turn off the bullet pointing. There we go. All right. While you carry your cauldron, oops. Talk about brewing up a homey stew. Yes. I should probably, like you can use your while you're in your hut, you can use your cauldron to cast not Hero's Feast, but create food and water. Yeah, like once per long rest. That'd be kind of cool. We'll think about that. I mean, that's something to think about. While you carry your cauldron, you may spend a bonus action. Don't forget good berry for the vegans. Yeah. Spend a bonus action to cause your cauldron to action 2. It's all one word. Action 2. Action to cause your cauldron to to enlarge your cauldron. Enlarge your cauldron. So you enlarge your cauldron so that you or another person, medium sized person, can fit inside. Period. Your cauldron gains a fly speed of 30, and you may move it. How about we just say it's another action? You may move your cauldron up to 30 feet. Well, no, because then it doesn't say it has fly speed. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Your cauldron gains a fly speed of 30 feet. You have to specify feet. And you may move it as a move action. So instead of spending your move action to move mundanely, you can spend your move action to move the cauldron and be in it or on it or however you want to do it. Can fit inside or on it. Your cauldron gains a fly speed of 30, and you may move it as a move action. Okay. Sounds awkward. Cauldron, if you're familiar, is a... Yes. All right. Oh man, could you imagine if you have a raven familiar and you make it large and you could just flying around on a giant raven? That'd be fucking rad. All right, let's see. If the cauldron had a handle, you could wear it as a bucket helmet. Really good. Yeah, what I envision is like a moderate sized cauldron, right? And you have like a strap on it, like either chain or something, and you have it like chained to your back, and you basically have everything tucked into it, right? And then you like, oh, that's another thing I wanted to add. Shoot, what do I want to? Do I want to put that here? I wanted to, I don't know if it's even, I don't know if I should, but while you carry your cauldron, you get a +2 shield bonus to armor class. Because you're like basically wearing it on your back. Or on your head. Like a helmet. However you want to do it. But yes, I wanted to do that. I don't know if that's too much. Maybe it's too much. Let's see. I don't know if I want to add that here. Maybe that is too much. But that is cool. Maybe I'll do a feat. Maybe I'll make a feat. Like a feat for this class. You have to be a witch, and you have to have be a certain level, like level 10, and you can choose, or level maybe level 8, and you can choose to get a +2 bonus while you're carrying your cauldron. Let's see. So your cauldron gains a fly speed 30, and you may move it as a move action. Is that awkward? No. On your turn, I guess. On your turn. I guess. Yeah, there you go. You can move it as a move action on your turn. All right, cool. So we got the shelter and the flying cauldron. I think that's fine. Now comes the fun bit, where we have to take all this information and put it in the actual ability actions that we've tied into this this ability, this feature and trait. So, yeah. Okay. I was going to say, doesn't it get... No, because you're not actually casting Lehman's Tiny Hut. You're just creating a hut. And it functions kind of like it. Yeah. All right. So we don't need to add a spell associated with this. We do need to add a couple actions, though. Because you spend an action to create the hut. It resets and has a reset of long rest. And then... the action, the bonus action to dismiss it, you have to add that, and then the bonus action to enlarge your cauldron and give it a fly speed. Oh, we should also put in the stipulations for when that ends. The cauldron loses this fly speed. This come on. This fly speed if you die, or if you dismiss it as a bonus action. There we go. And loses this fly speed and reverts to normal size. If you die or if you dismiss it, it has a bonus action. Okay. Dismiss this feature, this ability. If you dismiss this ability as a bonus action. There we go. All right. Let's see here. All right. Additionally, during a rest, you may brew a number of uncommon potions equal to half your proficiency modifier rounded down. Finally, during the duration of effects of potions you brew using your cauldron are doubled. Instantaneous effects are unaffected. Cool. All right. So, what else did we want to add here? I think we're good. I think that's all we wanted to add under here. But now we got to do, and this is so much easier than doing it on the phone. Just copy all that, and then go into the actions that we already have. Or, yeah, let's do that first. Oh, wait, hold on, sorry. I gotta save the changes. There we go. Which I really should have done much earlier. Make it all. Save often. Anyway, saved, fine. Okay, it's finally saved. Now we can come in here to the first ability, into this description, and select all that, and then overwrite it. All the stuff that we just added, and the stuff that was already there. Alright, cool. So save, and then go into the other feature that we had already, the uncommon potion brewing, and then select all of that, and then paste over it, and save it. And then we're going to go into add an action. And first we got to come up with names for the features. I guess the tiny hut is going to be one of them, and flying cauldron is the other. I mean, they're those aren't fancy names, but I mean they're sort of placeholders right now. So add an action, action type. It's going to be general. Okay, it doesn't have an attack. Oh, description, we can go ahead and paste that in there. Activation type. Aha. It is an action, right? And the reset type is long rest. And the name is tiny hut. Alright. Doesn't do any damage. It's an action. Resets during a long rest. The name. And yeah, that's really all you need. I just have to edit our snippet and then put the snippet in. So, save that. Cool. That has been saved. Has it been saved? Feature character certain. Oh, right. Level. This was what, level 10? This was level 10. Yes. All right. There we go. Forgot about that bit. There we go. That's another thing. There are certain fields that you have to fill out in these action things. Okay, so there we go. Which tiny hut done, long rest, resets, fine. The other thing is the flying cauldron. That doesn't have a reset, and it's just a bonus action to create it. Oh, we also have to put the bonus action to dismiss the tiny hut. All right. So let's just go ahead and add that. So add action, action type, general, name, dismiss tiny hut, and level 10. And activation type, bonus action. Reset type doesn't apply. And then description, we'll just paste everything that we have still in our clipboard. Save it. Ooh, what are we missing? Input any. Do we need a reset type? Is that what we're missing? It's general, dismiss tiny hut, level 10. Ooh, excuse me. I guess long rest, because the other one's long rest. So there, done. All right, yeah, that's what it wanted. All right. Alrighty. So, and now the flying cauldron. So this is general, name, and oops, flying cauldron. Cauldron. This is level 10 yet again. It is a bonus action. Oh, yeah, and also there's a move. There's move action too to move the flying cauldron up to 30 feet. Oh my god. Oh my god. There is no reset. No reset. I'll just put other, I guess. And then paste. Boop. Yeah, I guess, do we want to have it be like you can only do it so many times per day and it only lasts for a little bit? I don't think so. I think at level 10, you're fine. If you can fly at level 10, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can be an Aarakocra, right? You can be fly at level 1. Who cares? Alright. Uh-oh. What did it want? Maybe it just takes me here again. Just to do it. Save? Oh, it does. Okay. So it does it twice. Why does it do it twice? I don't know. Alright. So now we need another action. Action type, general. Name, witch. Move, flying cauldron. Activation type is a action, bonus action, no action, reaction, special. I guess special. Can I type in move action here? I don't think I can because that's activation time. Yeah. Alright. And, nothing there. Huh. Maybe we do have to make it a bonus action to move it. No. I like the move action. Alright. And I guess if we just hit save again, it'll be fine. Yep, there we go. Okay, and finally, we need general, name, witch, dismiss, flying cauldron. Oh, level 10. Oh, did we not do level 10 on the other one? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll go back and check. It is a bonus action, reset type, none, and paste all that, save. It's gonna do that once. It's fine, just save again, and we're good. Yep, that has to be level 10. Sorry. My bad. Fixed it. Okay, cool. So many actions. Alright. So, we have the potent potables, which is what? Oh, I see. It's just, okay. Okay. Fly speed, move it as move, and then dismiss it as a bonus. We have 3 things for the cauldron, tiny hut, activate and dismiss. Potent potables, that's for the rare, make 1 rare potion, then there's the uncommon potion. Alright. Man, level 10 is just chock full of nuts. It's chock full of nuts. I think it's fine. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but if you look at what the scribe gets, the order of scribes get, it's comparable, I think. Alright, let's take all this, copy it, and throw it up here into the snippet. We're gonna have to fix these bullet point. Oh, maybe not. Maybe just leave them indented. That's fine. Alright, so there. Perfect. And let's deselect that, and then select all this, and then copy it, and now we got some pasting to do. Hooray! Back into here. We already updated the description. We just need to update the snippets. Come on, editor. Come on, editor. Limited use. What is that? Base 1. Oh, okay. Okie doke. So this is the... Oh, I see. Never mind. We only have the part that's relevant to the ability. Yes. Got it. Alright, never mind. Alright. And I think that one's fine. So then we just come in here. So I actually have to go to my other ones and change this. Oh, actually. Ooh, hold on. That is another thing I wanted to add here. Brew a number of uncommon potions. Okay. These potions retain their magic for 24 hours. Hours? That's how you spell hours if you're French. No, it's not. Hours. Retain magic for 24 hours, after which they lose their magic and become colored water. Water? Water. There we go. Maybe I just say they lose their magic. Maybe that's just an easier way to say that. These potions retain their magic for 24 hours, after which they lose their magic. Or we can just say these potions lose their magic. Potions lose their magic after 24 hours. There. Whoops. Hitting my mic stand here. That's a much more concise way to put that. These potions lose their magic after 24 hours. There. Okay. So we need to take this, copy it, and put it here. Boop. There we go. Oh, where are we? Oh, we're in... What? Ooh, we didn't update that. Oh, did I not save it? Oh, that's fine. So we take this. Oh, maybe we just didn't update that. That's fine. We take this, copy, and that, paste. Okay, I think that works. Oh, sorry. There, another return. Okay, cool. So, let's save it. Looking up Facebook. Where is this taking me? What? Sending request? What? Why did it... Okay, whatever. Weird. That's very weird. Anyway, that's been saved. Let me go ahead and update. What do I need to update now? Let's take a look. Take a look. So this is fine. Oh, we also have to do that one. Got it. Got it. We also have to do the rare one. Finish a long rest, create one rare potion using your cauldron. The DM might really need a recipe. Oh! Maybe not. For the rare one? Do we just want to have it you just make the potion? And it just stays? That one doesn't go away after 24 hours? No. No. Potion loses its magic after 24 hours. Okay. And we also have to do it here. This potion loses its magic after 24 hours. Okay. Cool, cool. So we fit... I think we fit in everything we wanted to fit. I have to go through and do a bunch of just administrative stuff, just copying and pasting all of this into the sub-abilities. Which I'm not going to make you sit through because that's boring. So let's just save this. Cool. We're at a good point. We'll take a look. Yep, great. Thank you. I got to go back here and then go back here to look at it in the non-editing mode. So I have all this stuff up here because I have links to the different familiar creatures, and then the find familiar spell, Leomund's Tiny Hut spell, all that stuff. It takes issue with that, so I can't publish it, which I'm sorry, I will not be doing with this. I'm not going to be throwing this up on the homebrew thing here, and I have my reasons. I actually had a conversation with Z a little while ago about this, and there's a little bugaboo with publishing your homebrew stuff on D&D Beyond, which I'm not gonna do. I only have a couple. I have a bunch of homebrew stuff, right? But I only have a couple of them actually, published. They're made public, right? You can't delete them once you make them public. They're no longer in your hands once you make them public, and you lose, I think, possibly. I mean, there's something kind of shifty about it. It feels icky. It's like, sure, you want to share it, great, but once you do, they can do whatever they want with it, and that feels kind of gross. All my Dragon Quest IX monsters are stuck there. Oh yeah, it feels gross. So I'm giving you guys kind of a template that if you feel the initiative and the need, you can go in and make your own, copy your own thing, take your own spin on it, whatever you want to do. But I will not be making this public on D&D Beyond. I might publish it somewhere else, like Brewer's Kitchen or whatever, download the doobly-doo down below. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I might, because there are other tools, like you can get a template and plug everything in and, make it look nice, and then, distribute it however you want, which I might do. But yeah, this looks fine. We still have our last ability that we have to work on. But Potent Potables, which is the one we worked on, level 10 witch feature. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can create one rare potion using your cauldron. The DM might rule that you need a recipe, ingredients, and know certain spells to accomplish this, or simply pay 10% of the market. I have to change that from paying to pay. That's fine. 10% of the market value of the potion you wish to brew. This potion loses its magic after 24 hours. As an action, once per long rest, you may use your cauldron to conjure a 20-foot by 20-foot hut that functions like Leomund's Tiny Hut, except for the following. The hut can fit up to 12 medium-sized or smaller creatures, or 1 large creature and 4 medium-sized or smaller creatures. From the outside, the hut appears as a small, modest structure of your choosing. I should probably also add the thing, creatures not in the hut when you cast it do not see creatures inside the hut. Cannot see creatures inside the hut. The hut contains a hearth, 2 bunks, a table and chairs, and either a cabinet or chest for storage. When the hut disappears for any reason, any stored items appear on the ground in its space. The hut remains for 8 hours, but disappears if you leave it, if you die, if you lose your cauldron for any reason, or if you dismiss it as a bonus action. While you carry your cauldron, you may spend a bonus action to enlarge your cauldron so that you or another medium-sized person can fit inside it or on it. Your cauldron gains a fly speed of 30 feet, and you may move it as a move action on your turn. The cauldron loses this fly speed and reverts to normal size if you die, or if you dismiss this ability as a bonus action. Additionally, during a rest, you may also brew a number of uncommon potions equal to half your proficiency modifier rounded down. These potions lose their magic after 24 hours. And finally, the duration of any effects of potions you brew using your cauldron are doubled. Potions with instantaneous effects are unaffected. That's a lot for level 10, but it's level 10. That's pretty good. That's the halfway point. That's when you should be like, boom, there's your, what would it be in 4th edition? 4th edition was Paragon, your Paragon abilities or whatever, which is no small thing. You're level 10. You're halfway there. You're halfway to level big 20. So let's see. Yeah, we did Fearsome Familiar. Fearsome Familiar is fine. We may revisit some of the things and iron it out a bit. There are some things I need to iron out here still. And one with the word, that's the other big familiar thing, which is going to be, we're gonna have to find a more refined way, a more elegant way to fix its damage dice, right? Because if we have to get into the whole thing, well, if it's small, it's this. If it's medium, it's this. If it's large, it's this, and all that stuff. It's a lot of upkeep for the player, and if they're not, if they're signing up and they don't know what they're signing up for in the beginning, and they get to this point of the witch and they're like, whoa, this is a lot, then I don't want that. But again, it's only going to be my players, so what do I care? If they have questions, they can just fucking ask me. All right, so yeah, that's what this last ability is kind of held for, is all the familiar things. So casting familiar, find familiar is a bonus action without using material components. That's one thing you want to add to this last bit. The ability to summon your familiar as small, medium, or large, and the ability for your familiar to spend its reaction to basically cast shield on you, to teleport to your side and cast shield on you. And essentially, it becomes the shield. It's a whole thing. But yeah, it essentially casts shield on you by interposing itself. But it takes no damage. It just adds 5 to your armor class. Maybe it's something different from that. Maybe you want to have it teleport to you and as a reaction, and you and it splits the damage of the attack with you. So half goes to it and half goes to you, and you both gain resistance to this damage. That might be cool. I think that might actually be better. Then it's not just, oh, it's just a shield spell. This one's actually cool, because then it like effectively quarters the damage on you. So you take a quarter of the damage, it takes a quarter of the damage. I think that'd be more interesting. And it's once per short rest. That's all you get. That would make it more interesting. All right, cool. So that's that. We're gonna get into TaleSpire now. I think we've done our due diligence with the with this. Let me fix this so that I can no windowed mode. Keep. Hey, there we go. And okay, now we're in TaleSpire. And we're going to go to, I think it's this one? Yeah, it would be that one because that's on top. This was the last one we had loaded, and I don't use this outside of streaming currently. Is this the right map? Ooh, whoop. Oh, yeah, it is. This is the right map. All right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Hey, oh, there's everything. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. It's taking a second to load. It's fine. Oop, there we go. And there we are. All right. Let's get out of wizard view. There we go. Or DM view. Did this change? Huh. Used to be that it would take you... Now it just drops you down there. Interesting. All right, well, that's fine. All right, so we were starting in on the Temple of Evil, and I have to move my cat here, and I'm sure she's gonna get persnickety with me as I get my my module out. There we go. Oh, you're fine. Oh, you're fine. Okay. So, Caves of Chaos. Where are we? We're on these other rooms that we did. Whoops. Shortly before wrapping up last time. We did the room here and the room here, but we did not do the walls yet, or obviously any set dressing. We also have this sloping hallway here that I think we need to finish up. I don't know if we completed it. Whoops. So, how do we do this one? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Whoop. Oh, our cutaway. Scooch that up. There we go. So we have what, 10, 20, 30, 40, and it is 40. Okay, so that's fine. And then it goes to a hallway, a big hallway. So that'll be fun. And I guess it is going to be level here. Do we want that? Or do we want it to go higher? If it goes higher, we're going to make the slope steeper. I don't know if we want to do that. I don't think there's a reason to. And our only reason would be to clear this. And let me get in build mode and get my... There we go. Is it clearing that? Oh, it's clearing that. That's fine. Then we don't need to make the slope steeper. I think we're safe. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and take our break early, and then when we come back, we will dive on into this. So stay tuned. We will be back momentarily. Hi, we're back. Let me turn up the volume once again. There we go. All right, let's do this. All right, so we're going to do the hallway and rooms in the Temple of Evil, room 53 and 52 and 50, area 51, right here at the end of this hallway. So let's start with 51. I think we read the description of this before, but just as a refresher. Okay, so this is the boulder-filled passage. All right, we know what this is. So there's a hallway here. It extends off in this diagonal direction, and it's going to be blocked off by boulders at a certain point. Probably right here. We're just going to put boulders and debris, floor to ceiling, and it is blocked off. You can't continue that way, except for I think the evil priest. He can gaseous form and just go through the boulders. So that's fun. And it leads to probably the main area here, somehow, or to a different area. Completely up to whoever runs this module using this map. All right, so 52. Sorry, let me get my map back in my line of sight. 52 is the Hall of Skeletons. Unusual audience chamber, has a dais and throne-like chair set with four large red gems at the south end of this otherwise empty except for a dozen skeletons clad in rags of chainmail and bearing battered shields and rusty scimitars propped against the walls. So we're gonna have to use actual skeleton figures, not the skeleton decor, which they do have, just a skeleton lying on the ground, because they don't have vertical skeletons. They only have horizontal skeletons. Unless they added some. I know they added a bunch of stuff. That would be under this and Grim. Oh, they have skull stuff now. That's cool. Yep, they have skeletons laying down. But oh yeah, here we go. Just so you guys can see it better. Yeah, the laying down skeletons, pile of skulls, skull on a stake, and just a skull by itself now. That would have been helpful for us a while ago. We were using the pile of skulls to do singular skulls in the wall. It was probably better to use the pile of skulls because you could do a couple at a time. And more cobwebs and then the other stuff. All right. I know they added, it's all the cyberpunk and sci-fi stuff that they added. They added, I think, merfolk? Let me see. Monstrous humanoid. Would they be under here? Oh, they also added bugbears. After we went through the trouble of making our own bugbears in Hero Forge. They added Thrycreen and bug people. What else did they add recently? Big purple worm. That's new from new. Oh, a Medusa. There's a Medusa now. Oh, they're the merfolk. Yeah, they added merfolk, and there's also a big crab. I think. I guess it's beast. Where's the big old... Oh, a narwhal! There goes a narwhal! Whee! Oh my god, there's a narwhal, a crab, and a dolphin. And shark. That's all... Oh, nice. That's all new. I'm still waiting for them to add a fox. TaleSpire. Fox. Add a fox. Oh, there's a little ferret? That's cool. Hey! Is that a beaver or a badger? What is that? I guess I have to place it and go and look at it. That is a beaver. That what's that naked gun? It's a fine looking beaver. Thanks, I just had it stuffed. Oh, those movies. Those movies are a trip. Oh, there's a oh, it's a raccoon. Oh, is it a little raccoon? Raccoony? It is Raccoony. There he is. Nice. Alright, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's finish this Hall of Skeletons. Let me get some skeletons. It says a dozen? A dozen skeletons clad in rags. Alright, so undead. Skeletons. Ooh, this is cool. That's new. I like that. Ooh. That's cool. That's more of a zombie, though. There's a little more flesh on that than I would like for a skeleton. But I know they have skeletons. Yep, there we go. Oh, here we go. I got a Death Knight, skeleton with the book, skeleton with the spear, skeleton straight up with that, and then the Death Knight. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I mean they're fine. I was hoping. What is this? These are more zombies, right? Oh, vampire? Why does it say vampire, but these don't get a label at the end? You see it says vampire, but there's no label for the 3 at the end. Are these just ghouls? Are they zombies? I mean, the zombies are right here. This is the ghoul. These are the zombies. What are these? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, we're just going to use this because whatever. Let's get the walls of this room set and everything else. So we have the wall bases down. Let's go to... Ooh, what is this? This is going to be cavern lava. Oh, it's actually in our quickboard. Oh, my big Steve is in the way. Big old Steve. He's got tea in him. Black tea and honey. Alright. So, we can close that, because we have these. Haha, quick menu. So, give me the map, so I can see exactly how this is built. Oh, we're gonna have to, yeah. I guess? Is that how this is? Oh, right, because it shifts over. Right. Okay, that's fine. Like that, and then like that, and then like that, and like that, and then like... Whoa. There? Nope. Need to come down. Nope, too far. There we go. Alright. Do I have this on here twice? I do. Why do I have it on here twice? Let me turn on clipping. There we go. Or turn on clipping? Turn off clipping? Yeah. Toggle. I'll toggle clipping. There. There, I'm covering all my bases. Whoops. Wrong. Whoops. Wrong spot. Is that level still? Yes. Okay. And boop, and boop, and boop, and boop, and boop your snoot, and boop a boop, and that is not in the right spot. Now it is. And then a boop, a boop, a boop. Right? Correct? No? Yes? Why does that look weird? Should that be in? No, I guess not, right? Because it... Oh, that area doesn't shift over. Well, that's weird. It should, Huh. It should be level. Or at least even with this wall. Why is it not? Huh. Do I just shift it up? Wait, how wide is this hallway? 20 feet. 10, 20. Yeah. And then 10. Oh, I guess I just need to come over this way. That's weird. 10, 20, 30. Oh, this is... Oh, it's 40. 10, 20, 30. And the... Oh, this is just weird. What did I do? All right, it's fine. We're just gonna scooch this over. There we go. And then just, whoops. Just kind of overlap those. There we go. That's fine. There's no doorway here. It's just open. And then it's a... Why is it opening, though? 20 feet. 10, 20. Yep, that works. And then we can just do that. There we go. That's how that's supposed to be. Cool. All right. That works. All right. It has a dais at the far end with a throne-like seat upon it. I believe we can do stuff like that. Stuff like that there. Oh, here we go. There's a dais. That's kind of creepy looking too. What if we move it here and use this 1x1? That's not 1x1. I need the 1x1s. Like this one. Does it have a stony edge? It does not have a stony edge to it. These do. Kind of. Alright, let's do this. Oh, you know what? I should probably turn on my flashlight so I can see what the heck I'm doing. What the heck I'm doing? Alright. That works. Cool. There's your dais at the far end. And it has a throne-like chair on it. Let's double up these walls real quick though. Do a multi-select here and copy. There we go. And now, whoops. Okay, just got to make sure that we are inside the space that we are intending, or inside the intended space. That's how we'll phrase that. There we go. And there we go. You know what? We may as well just meet it up with the what we already have. Oh, is there a gap here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. We can just do this. Oh, yeah, I guess it is just, hold on. Just this, and then that again. There. Done. Actually, why is it over that far? That is weird. Huh. I'm not going to question it. I think it's fine. We need this, and then turn on clipping, move our grid up, that. Alright, and then we're going to do... nope, too small. This one. And that. Yeah, that's fine. How wide is it? Yeah, it's 20 foot wide. It's still 20 feet wide. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I shifted. Well, it does shift over. That's why. It shifts and then it's this. Okay, no, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. All right. So now we need decor and miscellaneous interior, possibly, or furniture. Furniture. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, baby. And now we have the singular skulls. We can now decorate it with frickin' skulls. Nice. Dude, nice. All right. Let's see. Nature, rock. All right, they still only have blue and green glowstones. They don't have any red glowy stones, unfortunately. They don't have any small green stones. That's weird. Because I have this, which is kind of cool. So we could like put them here on the throne. Boop. There we go. It kind of works. They're supposed to be red, but whatever. It's what we can do, right? It's what we can do with what we have. TaleSpire, red rocks. Red glowy rocks. Red, blue, and green. Perfect. You just do the trifecta. Just give me some red ones, and we're good. And give me some small green ones. Green ones this size too, please. I'm kidding, TaleSpire. You're great. You guys are great. I know you don't have many people working on this, so anything you guys do is great. It's amazing that you get as many updates out in the time that you get them out. It's incredible, and we appreciate all of it. But also, where's my drawbridge? I want a drawbridge. I'm kidding. You're fine. All right, so we have the throne with the gems in it. Usual audience chamber, a dais, throne-like chair, 4 large red gems. Well, we have. Oh, we can do 4. We can probably do 4. Let me see. Let's take this. Whoops. 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 Oops. 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 There we go. All right. We can just do this. We can rotate it, sink it down, and put the other 2 gems like here. Oops. There's one there, and the other one's kind of peeking out. That's fine. And then one. Oops. One here. Let me see if I can fix this one. Turn it slightly more that way. There we go. Ta-da! There. 4 gems. They're blue, but they're supposed to be red. It's fine. Okay, 4 gems at the south end. It is otherwise empty except for a dozen skeletons clad in rags of chainmail and bearing battered shields and rusty scimitars propped up against the walls. These bony guards do not move, and any attempt to turn them immediately upon entering the chamber will have no effect. All right, so there are 12 of these along the walls. We can either just leave the walls nice and bare and boring, or we can make alcoves that contain them. So we need 6 along this wall, 4 along this wall, and 2 over here. I think that might work out. Or, no, I think that's probably the best way it's going to have to work out. So let's see how many space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, perfect. There are 12 things here. So half of them are going to have skeletons in them. Alcove is probably going to be made with this tile. Whoa. As long as it's, you know. So we do that, we stack one, and then we just do one on the other side. So yeah, one space is just going to be like this, and the other space is going to be a space for a skeleton. Perfect. And, oh, I probably should have started it like this, huh? Probably should have started in the corner. Yeah, alright, well, whatever. Easily remedied. There we go. So now there's going to be a skeleton there, there. Or, yeah, there and there, I guess. Let's see. And doot and doot. And yeah. Doot and doot. And doot and doot. Alright. So now... let me take a look in the actual tile set here. Let's see what we got. Cavern lava. If there's anything else that we can use. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Anything else we can use for this alcove construction? Not really. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, actually. Get rid of that one and that one. I guess get rid of all these top ones. Because we can use this. Oh, it doesn't sit on the same space. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We can instead do this. Whoops. Right there, and why is it being weird? Oh, right. Oh, I guess that's fine. It can't, right. It can't sit on a half space. So I guess really what we need is this one. That's it. That's really it. We just need that. There we go. That's all we want. All we needed. All right. So let's place that one there. 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 And I guess I could have just used that for the whole construction, but did not occur to me. That's fine. That's completely fine. All right. So. Move this guy over here and rotate him, and there's one skeleton in. Oh, they started highlighting the grid, this grid. That's cool. Now it shows up. It's not just a invisible entity. All right. So I like the glowy gems. I wish they were red. It's fine that they're not. It's fine that they're not. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So there's gonna be one there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Then 2 over here. So I guess alcove. These two? Sure. Let's see. I'm just going to use this. And then there. Yeah, that works. And then there and there. There we go. I guess these two would be more central, but then we block off this a little bit. I guess that's fine. Let's just move this over. Yeah, that's a little more central. All right, and we can just have a skeleton tucked back here in the corner. Everybody puts baby in the corner. There we go. It's just a nice, tight little spot for a skeleton, but it's fine. Can I copy a? No, I can't. I forgot you can't copy tokens. That's weird. I think as long as they're not made, what's the word? Unique. There it is. You should be able to. Oops. You should be able to copy tokens. Maybe there is a way and I don't know it. That's fine. Either way, that's fine. All right. So there, skeleton in there, skeleton in here. Great. And then there's going to be more. You should probably just hide them. You can describe them as you're, describing the room, and have them hidden. And then once combat starts, you can unhide them. Just so they're not just like, oh, it's going to be, these things are going to attack us. It's like, well, no, they're not even on the board. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess. And then they're like, I knew it. It's a whole back and forth. All right, so let's finish these alcoves. Did we miss a break? I don't think we did. I think we're fine. We're fine, right? Yeah, we're fine. So there are going to be 2 there, so we only need 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's fine. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably better, because then we have, it lines up with the alcoves across the way. All right, so let's. I'm just going to use this one again. It's so much quicker. Bump and there, and then there, and there, and there, and there, and then move this up, and then there, and there, and there, and there. Cool. Easily done. Some might argue, including myself, that I could have built this into the walls, the existing walls. Yeah. And now seeing that, I can't unsee it, and I want to do it. So, bear with me. I'm going to delete this outer layer, this inner layer of wall. And we're just going to scooch it in. Let me do this and this. And we're going to cut and paste right there. Look at that. Took no time. Whoops. Scooch this down to the right level. Boom. Done. Took no time. Perfect. All right. Let's do that over here too. That's fine. Delete that, 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 and delete that. And yeah, we're just gonna we're going to select many. Hold on. That is part of it. Yes. Okay. So select that and all the way over, and then down to there, and then cut, and then place right. Nope. Place. Oh, is this gonna get? This is gonna get wonky now. Oh boy. Hold on. Hold on. We might have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to move this manually, because the weird thing when you start grouping some of these tiles, especially like the quarter tiles like this one, the placement gets wonky. It starts to place it in off a space, off one cell. It's always off by one cell when you try to cut and paste. Groups of tiles, including these quarter tiles. It's weird. It's not the end of the world. We can easily just do this. But I've noticed that it specifically happens with those kinds. Oh, there's already a thing there. Whoops. Whoops. Hold on. Hold on. We'll just undo. There we go. And just delete those two. There we go. Done and done. Scooch. Scooch. A scooch. A scooch. A scooch. A scooch. Scouch. Scouch. And scouch. Scouch. And we have to delete that. And now we have to fix that. Because now it's open to the elements. It's fine. We will copy and paste. Done. Donezo. And the great thing about the figures or the token creatures, that they're not locked to the grid, so I can put them wherever I want. Really makes that easier. All right, so I probably could have. Yeah, it's whatever. I could have moved that one down there. Oh, you know what? Oops. Let's put that one in the corner there, because that now it has a corner. Now this guy goes in there. Well, I can't move him now. All right. So that being the case, I think there's actually wall here, right? Yeah. All right. So that's a wall. Then there's an alcove. All right. So I do need to delete that and replace it with one of these. And turn on clipping. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's delete that, delete that, delete that. And just delete these bottom ones. I don't know why I'm deleting the top. The top can stay exactly as it is. Hey, Wheaty! Long time. Been able to catch your stream. I'm doing okay. Went on sort of a sabbatical for a while. My computer broke. It was a whole thing. The power supply died, and that's what I suspected at first. So my friend hooked me up with a used power supply that in theory worked. I plugged it in and everything, still nothing. And then so I went through the process of getting a new motherboard and a new processor, because I thought, well, then if it's not this, it's this. Neither of those worked. And then I was like, wait a minute. Is it the power supply? And yes, it was the used power supply that I got ended up not being functional. So I bought a new power supply, a modular one, and it's actually much better. And it's now working. It's working great now. But it was like a month and a half or 2 months, I think, where I was just like, oh God, it's broken. It's over. It's over, man. It's done. But no, we're back. We're back now. So it was not a relaxing sabbatical. It wasn't like I was on vacation. Yeah, it was like 2 months. It was like two solid months with no PC. Yeah, it was not fun, but we got through it. Okay, so we got the 2 alcoves here for the skeletons. And this side's already set. So 4 alcoves, done. And we have everything set into the walls, without adding an extra layer of wall. All right, cool. Let's play some skeletons. Place some skeletons, not play some skeletons. All right, so there's a skeleton in this alcove. Let me get him over there as far as I can. That works. Let's get this guy over there. It's fine. We got one over here. I cannot see these alcoves now that everything's dark. Hold on 1 second. Let's go back into build mode and give ourselves some light. Temporarily. Where's the brazier? There it is. Give ourselves some light so we can see what the frick we're doing. I don't like that it's like oh, I can just turn on the flashlight for the skeletons too. But this is fine. We've already done this. This is fine. All right, let's leave build mode, back into here, back into skeleton. Whoa, no ghoul. Don't want a ghoul. There we go. Skeletons. Building by candlelight, exactly. All right, skeleton. Whoop. Rotate and place. Whoops. Place. Place. And place. There we go. And then we can go back into build mode. Build mode. Build mode. And delete these. You could also, in the Atmos settings, increase the exposure. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Whoops, we have more skeletons to place. Here, I'll turn on his torch. Not that that really helps. Here, we'll place a ghost, and we'll turn on his torch. That kind of works. Whoops. Whoa, that's weird. Alright, well. Whoops, wait, what is it? Alt? Nope, it's control. There it is. That's what we wanted. Alright, anyway. Skeleton. Skeleton goes there. And we'll put one here. And one here. And one here. Oh, that doesn't line up with the other side. Alright, well. I think it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so kill him. And then, all right, it's been a while since I've done this, so now we need to do, so what are we building here, mate? This is still the Caves of Chaos. This is the last section. This is the Temple of Evil section of the Caves of Chaos. So we're coming up on finishing all of the interiors pretty soon here. Then we're moving on to the exteriors, so all of the sort of canyon floor, the trees, the everything, the rocks on the exterior, just putting a skin on this thing, which is gonna take a while. But it should be fun. Okay, so let me turn off his torch. Those skellies going to be monsters because I have a cool prop skelly you could use if they don't get stabby stab. They do get stabby stab, but they do not look stabby stab to start. Whoops. They look like actual just skeletons, just propped up in the alcoves, but they're wearing scrap armor and carrying scimitars, so you know the players will probably rightly be like, those are gonna come to life and attack us. All right, so we need to go into wizard view, wizard site, edit hide volumes, create hide volume, and we're going to click and drag to select the whole room, and then go down ish. Whoops. Okay, so now toggle visibility, filters. We don't want it to affect props or lights, just the creatures. So now the creatures are the only things that will disappear. So now instead of having each one hidden, we can now just go in here, go into hide volume, and say, oh, they're all awake. Instead of taking the time to go through and be like, all right, now this one's awake, and this one's up, and this one's visible, and this one's visible. It's a time saver. It's a bit of a time saver. So there, we'll hide them. There we go. And we'll leave. There we go. Now I can't see them. Now they're basically just a description. It's like each alcove has a skeleton propped up in it, wearing scrap armor and carrying a scimitar and a shield. All skellies, yeah, should be stabby stab. It's a union thing. It is. Whoops. I had a really cool thought about skeletons. They're kind of like, they're like, it's a skeleton. But I think you can add some pretty cool, like little tweaks to them. Like, they have advantage on escaping a grapple. Because they can literally just move their joints and just like turn their head completely around, or just bend their arms back. They're skeletons. They don't operate under the physics of, you know, musculature and tendons and that stuff. They're literally just bones that are animated, so they could bend back and stuff. So they have advantage on escaping like grapples. Stuff like, it's just something, it doesn't even matter. It's like you don't even have to like make a new monster for it. It could just be a house rule. Okay, it's a skeleton, so it has advantage. How often are you going to grapple a skeleton too? It probably comes up very rarely. It probably comes up, but not often. But I thought that's kind of a cool thing. Like, it literally just kind of turns all of its joints around. Its head turns around as you have it pinned to the ground, and it just starts attacking you again. That's super creepy. What's another thing? I forget the other one I had. But yeah, that was just one thought I had on skeletons. Another creepy one is that kind of like zombies. Like if you destroy one, the bones just kind of reform, like the ones in Castlevania. The ones that you kill, it's like, all right, it's dead, and then just like it's back up. That would be creepy. That would be a cool, just like say for this room, like it keeps happening. The skeletons keep getting back up with 1 hit point. That kind of thing. Unless you destroy the gems or remove the gems from the throne, that kind of thing. And it takes a lot of time to get them out. But yeah, those are just some weird thoughts I had on skeletons. Let's dress this room up a little bit more. Let's go back into build mode. This miscellaneous exterior and debris. So let's do some rocky debris. Whoa. Ooh. Just kind of scattered around. Just here and there. Maybe some near the dais. And whoops. Kind of cram. Whoop. That's fine. Cram back in the corner here. There we go. Cobwebs. I don't think there would be cobwebs, because this is inhabited by acolytes and priests, evil priests. So I imagine they kind of keep it somewhat tidy. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the acolyte's job. They whoop, that's a whole string of gobbledygook. I have links disabled, so if you can whisper me a link, and I might be able to link it. Let's see. So yeah, we're not gonna do cobwebs. Let's move on to the next room. TaleSpire code for Skelly. Oh, let me see. Boop boop boop. Whoops. Let me do this. Let me see if I can copy. Yeah, I gotcha. Where's my browser? There's my browser. Is it just like oh, it's I see. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Oops. Nice. That's great. They added the skull on the where is it? There we go. Grim. Oops, I just noticed this today or earlier. They just added this. It probably doesn't. Well, maybe. It can kind of be sticking out of the helmet. There you go. Or the one on the stick. There we go. And whoop. There you go. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, the human skull is good. It would have helped because earlier we did where is it? We did a couple areas where they had skulls embedded. Yeah, right down here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, they had skulls embedded in the walls, and that the single skull would have been it would have been a little more tedious because we have to do them one at a time. I was using just a pile of skulls, which was also tedious, but it gave us the opportunity to do more than one skull at a time. You do clusters of skulls, so that was cool. I will actually go ahead and put one on a stake right here, because there would be. Right there. Nice. Cool. And I know there's another one. There's the orc. I think the orc entrance also had a bunch of skulls. Was it this one? It was one of these. We'll worry about that later. Came out well though. I like that pile of skulls for building whole walls. Oh yeah, it is good for big old piles of skulls. I think it was over here, wasn't it? Oh, it was because it. Oh, maybe not. That's just the net trap. Huh. Anyway. Back to the temple. Back to the rhythm of the funky jam. So let's see. We have the Hall of Skeletons. That's fine. Now we have the guard room, which is area 53 over here. 53. There will always be 8 zombies. Ooh. Hulking here silently. Sorry, I had to skip over a whole block of stat text that is irrelevant because it's from first edition. Except for they're wearing protection from good amulets, which is not a thing, but probably could be. Hulking here silently, 4 at either end of the hall. Anyone entering will be attacked unless they are robed, and have an amulet identical to the ones which the zombie guard troops have. There is no treasure here. Do not bring your evil here. Your Sorry, I have to do Toad.
Your princess is in another castle.
All right. Sorry, I have to remove this, but that's very. Whoops. That is very cool. Whoops. Boop. 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 All right. Let's put down some walls. Let's copy and paste just a small group of them, and we will copy. And here we go. There. There. There, 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 boop, 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 there, 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 doot, and we'll flip it around this way. There we go. And yep, that's fine. And there. There. Again, this is oh, because it shifts over. That's fine. In this instance, I think we're okay because the hallway actually shifts. Yeah, it's fine. It's weird. It's weird because it doesn't match what's on the map, but I think it's fine. It kind of, it shifts over. It's fine. It's fine. It really doesn't matter in the long run. So yes, this is a 20 foot by 80 foot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, no. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 foot. 20 foot by 60 foot hall that has zombies. 4 zombies at either end. Otherwise, nothing. That's it. So, okay, let's finish putting up these walls, and then we'll place some zombies. Some zombos. It's a zombie nightmare. Excellent movie, by the way. I highly recommend it. Zombie Nightmare. It's a Canadian gem. Uh, I recommend watching the Mystery Science Theater Rift version, but it's starring Tia Carrere. Very early movie for her. And Adam West. Oh yeah. A very late movie for him. Probably not one he was particularly proud of, but there we go. There, that fixes that. And I would probably argue that there's no light in here. Probably doesn't need to be. I imagine the acolytes would probably carry torches if they need them. So I'm assuming the acolytes are human. That's fine. All right. So zombos. Let's come out of build mode here. We can use the new zombos. These guys. These are zombies, or ghouls, or whatever. They're unlabeled, so I'm just gonna make them zombies. It's fine. Two. We'll just put them kind of milling about. It says they're hulking about, which means that they're big and green and friends with Thor, I guess. I don't know. Whoa, where are you going? Okay. And there we go. For some reason he was stuck on the wall. It's fine. Oh, I guess we can mix it up too. We can throw in a female zombie or two. There we go. Hey, Sam, welcome back. We're doing zombies. Nearly had my soul leave my body. Forgot to take recycle out on Sunday nights, and the pile was almost seen by parents. Uh-oh. You don't want that. Alright, so there's some zombos. I mean, these are just zombies, right? So, yeah, we're just gonna use these. I like these ones. I like the new ones. The other ones are fine. I just like these. The new ones are really nice. So we'll do one, and then I'll move him in the middle, and then equal number. We'll do 3 female zombos over here. Perfect. Oops. And there, and this one's kind of out a bit, and maybe this one's out a little bit. There we go. They dropped off Xmas songbook so I can practice for the nieces and nephews on Hogsmeade. Oh, nice. Piano book. Oh, you play piano. There. 8 zombies. They're all wearing amulets of protection from good, which, sure. You have attacks against you from good outsiders, celestial, fae, aberration, or good undead. It's a thing. From good celestial, fae, aberration, or undead have disadvantage. That's basically it. Do piano, don't sing. I don't want them to be deaf. That's cool. I've always wanted to try to learn piano. I have a guitar, but I have learned very little on it, and it's been quite a while since I've messed around with it. All right. So that's basically that room. That's it. We can probably add. Oh, we can add some of this stuff. The archways like we had there, and we could probably do that in here too. Probably should do that in here. Do these line up? Oh, they don't. That might be something to consider fixing, or not. Or we could just do the entrance. I think that's perfectly fine. Let's go back to build mode. Whoa, whoa, whoa! There and there. Cool. And then it's funny. My brother is the music prodigy, but neither of us can read music. Oh yeah. There we go. And we need a couple at this entrance. He does it by ear. I do it by memory. Oh wow. Let's see. Scooch that up to there. Rotate, rotate. There we go. And then I guess just do one here and here, and then on the opposite end, there and there. There you go. That's for that room. He can play Pirates of the Caribbean songs. Oh, really? Nice. What do we have? Every 2? So 1, 2. Okay, so whoops. So that's 1. So here, yeah, and here, I guess, or maybe not there. That's fine. That works. All right, cool. Dressed it up a little bit. So now, area 51, this area. Oh, actually, let's do another hide volume here for this room. Easy to figure out where he is when visiting grandparents. Where'd he go? Here's Davy Jones' song in the distance. Nice. Whoop. There we go. New hide volume. Select the room. Go down. There we go. We can adjust it. There we go. And then toggle, let's see, filters. Just creatures. There you go. And now they're hidden. Perfect. Hidden zombos. Because essentially they're walking into a dark room. If they have light, great. Then you can show the zombies, but you don't want them just sitting there on the board so they see them before. All right, cool. I think we're coming along pretty nice here. Let's see if we can get this end hallway here finished before we have to wrap things up. Let's get back into build mode. Select some wall section and copy, and let's go to town. So there. And oh, right. Oh, I know. It's just this. I don't know why I was confused. There we go. There and there and there and there, and then turn on clipping. There. Oh, how did we have this? Was it like, I imagine it's like that, right? Or is it like this? I guess either way. Either way works. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna have to kind of fill in this corner here, but that's perfectly fine. We'll just use a quarter piece. There we go. And then paste again and do the top part of the wall. Boop, boop, and then boop, 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 and then boop, 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 and how did we do that? That's fine. Oh, I guess we came in at a different from a different angle. It's fine. We'll just use that. There we go. Perfect. So at the end of this hallway, it's going to be full of boulders and stuff. So we want nature rocks. Rock. There we go. Yeah, I guess this is really it. This and like the smaller one for detail. So you can just throw a bunch of these, just rotate them to kind of for variance, and just kind of stack them, and we're in business. And of course the players are going to see that it's a dead end. Whoops. But there will be a reason. Well, we can probably delete. We can just make this wall out of the boulders, right? We don't need the actual wall behind it. mean, it could just be that. Well, perhaps. Let's see. A certain amount of it. Yeah, I mean, there. That's fine. And we just fill it in. There, and a little bit here, and here, and then some up here, and rotate it. There. There you go. And then some smaller ones. Where's the little guy? There he is. So some little boulders here and there, little rocks. And then some debris. We'll also get in some debris. There. And debris is in miscellaneous exterior. We're already there. Perfect. And there. One more here. And then just one more little bit out here. There we go. There is your blocked off hallway. And let me make this debris a little less floaty. Whoa! Oh, the fucking the menu's in the way. There we go. Let me close that. There we go. That and whoops, and there we go. There you go. There's your. That they're going to quickly be like, come down this hall and be like, oh, well, I guess we're not going that way. Cool. Well, we can delete that a little bit. And replace it with a smaller part. Where is it? There it is. Boop. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Where's the... Yeah, this guy. Boop. All right. Cool beans. All right. And that's placing my bets. Someone will ask, can I roll strength and withdraw? You can roll all day, and you will be. Because that's the rest of your day. Is that. Drawing attention from everyone else on this floor. as you scrape giant boulders from this pile onto the floor. Making a huge ruckus. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Sam, it was great to talk again. Uiti, everybody who stopped by. JTHD35, thanks for stopping in again. Good to hear from you. We will return next Saturday with more TaleSpire, more world building in D&D Beyond. We're going to continue, I mentioned this last time I streamed, or we'll probably do Breath of the Wild, we could, or Mario Maker 2. I'm building some stuff in Mario Maker 2 that I'd like to work with and have, just share, because it's a fun little project, and I think I talked about it before. It's basically, in Mario Maker 2, you can play as Link if you're using the Mario 1 world design, because you can replace the power-up mushroom with the Master Sword, and you turn into Link, a little, side-scrolling Link from Legend of Zelda. So it's weird. You're the Legend of Zelda sprite, but you're side-scrolling. So that gave me the idea to make levels that are like the palaces from Link's Adventure, Legend of Zelda 2. So I'm going through and I'm making each palace and there's 6 total, I'm pretty sure. So I'm halfway done. I'm finishing up the third one, which is the Island Palace. I have the other 2 done. I have Parappa Palace done. I have Medoro Palace done. And they're actually up on... Those 2 are actually up on Mario Maker. I can share the codes. I'll share the codes when we do the stream. If we do a Mario Maker stream. But that could be fun. And I think by next week I'll have the third one done, the Island Palace done. So that's a potential thing we could do, or we could just do more TaleSpire and D&D Beyond tooling around in there. We'll see. We'll see how the day tickles me. But yeah, thanks everyone. I don't really have an end spiel anymore. Thank you, and we will return next week. And until then, take care. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and also hit the bell if you want to know when I post some new stuff. You can see some of my other stuff right over there on the screen.